This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium out and about. This Infinium out and about is entitled A Possible Man Strike. Now, my MGTOW brothers, what you're looking at is one of my ham radios. This is a Yaesu FTM 100, which formerly I had at my pad, and it was doing Wires X interconnectivity. And Wires X basically is a way for a radio to go through the internet, and through the internet you can talk to anybody all over the world. I recently purchased a upgraded radio to handle that functionality, and I wanted to have a radio that I could have in my vehicle as I go out and about and around town. And the way I have this situated is this is in a cup holder mount, so I can easily take the radio and the speaker and the mic and throw it behind the seat or do whatever I need to do when I park. I'll work overnight and hide it. And so the only thing that's kind of visible is just the antenna that's on the top of the car, which is a mag mount. And even that can be taken down. This is just a temporary situation. The base part of the radio is plugged into a power port in the back of the vehicle, and the base itself is velcro to one side of the cargo bay. But moving on, I just want to talk to you, my brothers, about all the things that are going on, all the frustrations that we men, we MGTOW men, we red pill men are going through lately. Starting off with Casual Bachelor, I happened to look at one of his vids, and he said he was basically getting ready to get off of YouTube because of the censorship, because of the coming laws and things that they are doing to kind of basically silence we men. That's where things are headed towards. And of course, we have the situation with Dr. Dre and the onerous decision that was made upon him where he has to pay $300,000 per month for the rest of his life, except if his wife, his ex-wife, remarries, which with that type of money coming in, there's no way, quote unquote, in hell that she's going to remarry. And I can cite things like the situation with Kevin Samuels, where he is getting heat because of his Your Average at Best video that started out, I guess, this year. And ever since then, he has been getting heat and all types of criticism from the feminist plantation state because women who have come to him and asked him for advice, and he gave them honest advice, and they didn't like it, they are trying to move to get him pushed off of YouTube. So what I'm saying, my brothers, is that there is a growing level of frustration and just I would say not only frustration but a sense of anger at the hypocrisy of things, that where women can overall say anything, do anything to men, and men on the other side of it have no say so, have no rights. If we stand up against these things, if we make an outcry. We are censored. We are shut down. Our channels are pulled down. We are, even in some cases, taken to court. It's all types of things that happen to we men. And just moving forward, I just found out today that was it Simone Biles or whatever her name is. She is basically stepping back, I guess, from the Olympics because of that injury she suffered, and of course, it's her mental health and whatever this and that. And my brothers, when I heard the news, it wasn't with me, haha, that happened to her. It was more so a indifference that I felt. It was, so what? Because I looked at Dr. Dre and there was nobody crying about his mental health. There was nobody saying that we need to, no woman, I would say. There was no woman saying that we need to check upon him. We need to make sure that he doesn't end up like Robin Williams. There was no thing like that, but it was more so that he deserved what he got. And so I would say that that is causing a lot of angst, and just anger, I would say, among men. I looked, there was a rapper who was saying, I can't think of his name offhand, but he was saying that we men need to go on strike against marriage because of what happened to Dr. Dre. And furthermore, it is the sense that not only Dr. Dre, not only rich men, but is any man can suffer the fate of Dr. Dre. Any man can go through what he is going through. And I would say also myself that I have kind of been there. The last few relationships I had with women, they were terrible. The two prior to the last one that I had, the one that caused me to fully red pill and it caused me to fully go MGTOW, they were single mothers. The first one was a closet single mother, and there are accounts where I have in prior videos stated that I did not know until another single mother who became incensed at what this woman was doing to me, and was so incensed that she was going to stand up in my wedding and object again, because this woman was hiding a kid from me. So that was one single mother. And then the second one, she was cray to the max. And she was the type of thing that in the middle of the night, called me up, knew I had to work, just about stupid stuff, And so when I broke up, I basically blocked her. I basically just blocked out of my life because, again, she was out there in terms of cray. So, again, my brothers, I could write a book in terms of all the things that have happened to me, all the things that that have happened in terms of marriage, in terms of trying to date someone, trying to consider someone for marriage. But again, I've come to the conclusion myself that there is no benefit to either cohabitating with, to either dating, to either marrying a woman in this day and age. And I can go on and on. The other thing is that the general sense that what a man has built up is basically cannon fodder for women. It's basically something that women can plunder and take away, as in the case of Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre, if you're not familiar with him, he is responsible for the Beats headsets that Apple, I think they purchased his business maybe about 2 to 3 years ago, but it was a lot of money involved with that purchase. But it was his technology that that really revolutionized headset listening in terms of what is going on. And before that, there was Bose. I think his name is David Bose or whatever. But Dr. Dre really revolutionized the way we all listen to music through headsets. And again, he built a big business off of that, and so big that Apple bought that business out. And that's where he has his money from, and that's where his wife, oh, excuse me for a moment. I'm sorry about that, my brothers. I had to step away for a minute to take a cough because I have bad sinuses and the humidity and everything. But anyway, that's where his money came from. That's where he got his riches. And he built that by himself. He built the technology to that by himself. His wife had nothing to do with it. And just as in the case of Jeff Bezos' wife, again, Jeff Bezos built Amazon by himself. Same thing with what's his name, Bill Gates. He built Microsoft by himself. His wife had nothing to do with it. His wife actually was one of his employees, and basically, again, she had nothing to do with the building of Microsoft. So all these companies, Beats, Amazon, Microsoft, and I can go on and on. These women are profiting off of the backs of these men. And again, I can cite cases with myself. I have cited in prior videos that I have made a lot of money for a lot of people over the years. And even in my current job, I'm making these people money. But see, the thing is that, my brothers, it becomes frustrating, again, when you build up a business, when you do things, and all you get is a kick in the butt and kicked out and going through all these situations. It is very frustrating. And see, when we MGTOW and Red Pill content producers become concerned about Dr. Dre and him going into a depressive state and possibly into a suicidal state, my brothers, again, from what has happened to me, because of me building up stuff and making people money and then getting kicked to the curb, I know if that can happen to me, and it did happen to me, that can happen to Dr. Dre. It can happen to any man who is, through his blood, sweat, and tears, has created something only to have it taken away through an onerous divorce settlement, or in my case, just being kicked out of a company, being kicked out of company because of sense, because of women who became jealous of me, all these types of things. Again, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I didn't make the money that Dr. Dre did, but I know what he could possibly go through if he does not have the support that he needs to have. And I'm saying this also that if you are building a business, my brothers, if you are doing anything uh, in terms of rebuilding yourself or just building a business from the get-go, my brothers, again, this is why you need to have all your cards held close to your chest. This is why, again, you do not share with a woman your plans, your thoughts, and if you do share it, you find a man who you know you can trust. And if you can't do it, keep it to yourself, my brothers. Because again, what you build up can be taken away from you in the right circumstances if you allow it to. And so, my brothers, through all the horrific times that I went through, I learned a lesson. I learned that lesson that I, first of all, can't share what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, even with my mother and my sister. And see, my sister, again, I have recounted that in my super simp days, I was the one that wrote her papers, A to Z. She did not write any of her papers when she was in college. I wrote those papers, and I wrote them on a computer that I had just gotten. And she realized that not only could I write, but I had the technology to do things that she could not do, even back then. And so that's what I'm saying, my brothers. Long story short, men are getting frustrated, they're getting angry because what they do for women is not appreciated. See, my sister, again, she constantly rides me about being single. I'm the family dummy. I'm the one that's an idiot. I'm crazy. I'm the crazy uncle of her kids, all that type of thing. But there again, I have built technology. I have, again, done things that she can never consider doing and that she will never do in her lifetime. And I have done things where both her mother and her daughter have benefited from. But yet, again, all I get is criticism, put downs, slammings, evil looks, looks like I'm crazy, that type of thing. And see, I can say personally, again, you get to a point where all you have is just indifference, and I'm just going to go about my business and do what I need to do. And see, that's what I'm saying overall. I believe that men worldwide are getting so mad and getting so upset and getting so fed up that they're saying, to hell with it. I'll just do what I need to do. If I have to live minimalistic, if I have to live in a way that just brings me peace, I'm going to do what I need to do. And that could mean basically men just pulling their hands out of society and letting it burn. And again, there is several factors to these things. There is the way women have been treating men, and if they do address the issues, it is hypocrisy. It is always, well, this is the way we think, we women think that things need to be resolved, and they always regurgitate what they think the problems are. They never accept the pointing out of the issues by we men. They never accept that. If they do, it is far and few between. But in the most part, there is never an acceptance. If I was to say, look, to women, this is the problem, this is what we need to do to get this resolved, they won't accept it. They will not accept it. And so, again, my brothers, that is why, and I know I'm kind of rambling, but that is why I think there is a building up to a event that could mean men globally going on strike, men globally saying to hell with it, men globally just walking away and just, well, I'm going to take whatever investments I have, whatever money I have, and I'm going to move to another country. I'm going to move to where I can be free. You know, again, my sister, my mother, they do not know that I have a passport. They do not know that I can communicate across the world. They do not know about the technology that I have. They don't know. All they see is my crazy son, my crazy brother, or my crazy uncle, that type of thing. And see, they don't know that for, 3 years, I have been doing red pill and MGTOW content. They don't know that. And see, that's what I'm saying. These women who, again, are openly laughing at Dr. Dre, they don't know fully what we men are doing and what we are preparing to do. And so that's what I'm saying, my brothers. There could be an event where we men just say to hell with it and say, frankly, my dears, we don't give a damn, and walk away from society, go somewhere and live minimalistic and live free. But my brothers, again, I just, for Dr. Dre's sake, I hope that he finds some men to support him and to undergird him through this situation and possibly get him free, like Bill Cosby did. Like, he got free eventually from that. And where Bill Cosby, they can no longer take him to court. They can no longer sue him or anything like that. But in any case, his life is ruined, but he's free from being imprisoned. But again, for Dr. Dre, I just hope that there is a way made for him. You know, not so much that I'm one of his fanboys, but just for what has been done to him, brothers. But again, my brothers, consider the things that are going on. Consider what is happening. And my brothers, hold the line. That's the only thing that we can do. Hold the line. Daily consume your red pills and daily embrace the MGTOW philosophy. My MGTOW brothers, again, this is a dangerous time for us all. And again, consider all the events, all these things that are going on, and stay free and stay on the MGTOW path. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium out and about. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.